So you've collaborated with a fellow label mate on this album, Matty Healy with New York, is it that you wrote with Matty?
I didn't write it with him. I mean, this story's got a bit out of hand. The story is, I wrote the song on Zoom with my friend Josh Finn, who's a legend and he goes by the name of Wounded Bear, and he's like an emo legend from York. Me and him are close friends, and we always hang out and talk about music and life and write songs. I was jamming like a joke country song in my living room, and I was like, oh, this is actually good. And my girlfriend at the time was like, oh, can you voice memo this quickly? Because I knew I'd forget it. And she was like, voice memoed it, sent me it. And I was like, oh, this is a vibe. So I was on Zoom just hanging out with Josh, like we are now. And I
Hmm.
started playing it, and we wrote the song in like an hour, just banged it out as is on the record. Obviously, we've done a nicer version. I was like, I really love this. And I texted the song to Matty, and Matty really was very gracious and really loved it. I was like, man, do you mind? Can I do my own version of this? Like maybe for the 75 album, maybe for a collaboration with someone else. And I was like, of course, man. Yeah, whoever can get the song into the most hearts should do it.
Hmm.
And then he did a secret show opening for Phoebe Bridgers in America where he played the song, and in the dressing room he wrote a bridge for it, which is eating stuff off of motorbikes, which became the chorus of part of the band. And
Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, that's the story of that song. And then I worked with them a bit on their latest album, which was awesome, just a tiny little bit. And you know, yeah, and then them and the Blue Nile are like my favorite band. So I didn't write it with Matty, but he really encouraged it, and then he wrote a bridge for it, which became the chorus of another song by this 1975 called Part of the Band.
Oh, great story. So how do you find that working relationship? Because he makes headlines. I think sometimes he does know what he's doing, and he's quite a divisive figure. How do you find him kind of away from all that?
I love him.
Mm.
We've been friendly for like 12 years, and he's really, my experiences at hanging out with him, he's really kind and gracious, and an amazing songwriter, like crazy good songwriter. And yeah, just
Yeah.
aware and awake, and aware for sure. And yeah, I really I love them, and I don't know all craziness that goes on, but I've known them for a long time, and I'm such a fan of their band. And it's a great gift to that we got to make a little bit of music together. And I love when a song can just, when everyone's egos out of the way and a song can just bounce around from person to person. It's a beautiful thing, man. There's ultimately, without songs, we're nothing.
Yeah.